right, guys, what's going on? My name is Dave Forday. This is full-time credit repair starting from zero, and I'm excited that you're here today because we're going to be talking about late payments, and I'm going to show you how you can use ChatGPT to write letters to help you remove your late payments. So, if you're ready to get started, let's go. All right, guys, welcome back. So now what we have in front of us is a credit report, and of course, we've made sure that all of the personal information is not showing. But what we're going to do is we're going to do the drop down of this one Capital One account, and we're going to go down to the bottom because I want to show you guys the late payment situation this person has and what it looks like from their payment history. Okay, the late payments are going to be obviously in these different color boxes. So if they've missed once here in 30 days in September, that's yellow. Then it goes to orange. Then it starts to get to red. So we know how the color coordination works. Easy enough. But what do we notice about it? Well, the first thing that should jump out at you is how many times it's been late 120 days. Now, that's a lot of times, but is that truly accurate? Because you'll notice up here, there's a category for each time things have been late. If it's 30 days late, they'll put a number here. They'll put 1. If it's 30 days late twice, they'll put 2. If it's 30 days late 3 times, it's 3, and so on and so forth. So when they miscategorize these and say there's 120 days late multiple consecutive times in a row, in this case just consecutively, then you have to tell them about that. And the way that you do that is you're going to get a screen grab of what it is that you are contesting. So in this case, I'm going to try to zoom back as far as I can so that I don't get any personal information on camera. And you can't see the screen grab tool because the video situation I'm using won't allow it. But I just took a screen grab, which you should see pop up here on the left side. So all I did was copy it and paste it in. And now what I'm trying to do with ChatGPT is, Chat, can you please study this screenshot and tell me all the problems with it. Now, this is how I start mine, okay? Because I wanted to analyze it and to understand what it's looking at. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to inconsistent payment information. And then I'm going to basically fine tune it by explaining that, there's categories for 120 and categories for 90 and 30 and 60 like I just did. And what I'm doing is I'm coming to an endpoint in this format of using ChatGPT where I've got a letter that it's going to ultimately spit out. And as you can see, it's going through everything. There's a lot of problems with this one. Last activity date problems. High balance inconsistency shows different credit limits and different information all over the place. So once you have a list like this thing is putting together, what you can do is you can have it to start, you can make it write a letter. Now, I'm going to stop it for the sake of the video because this is just demonstration, but let's say I want it to write a letter. I would say, Chat, now that you know all this, please write a letter, a late payment removal letter using my information. Now I'm going to use mine for example. Oops. And I'm going to have to tell it today's date. And I'm going to say, please do not admit guilt in the letter and indicate that there was multiple 120-day lates when in fact there is specific categories for for the times missed. And some of the information is misspelled, like the there was wrong. But here it is. It's writing a letter, sort of a templated letter that you can use. And I won't spend a ton of details on this video because it whatever it's going to spit out, it's going to spit out. But guys, you can use this information that it's starting to write and you can ask it for more and more specifics, including if I stopped it and I said, can you please find Capital One's address and include it. So what it'll do is it'll search online for the address. Once it finds it, it'll put it into the letter and it'll rewrite it. Okay. So again, what you're doing, you're teaching it and explaining, you're showing it to get it to understand. It'll learn it, and then you give it some directions on what you want it to do and how you want it to form these letters, and you tailor them as it spits them out. Okay, and you wait till it gets to the end and you say, okay, can you do this? Can you do that? And ultimately you end up with a letter that's going to work great for you. So this is going to be a video for today, and thanks for listening.